we say time heals, for example. I said something stupid and she's looking at me funny and, oh, can I just forget it right now? And it means nothing. No, I can't because, oh, she's looking at me and what do I do? And I have to fix this and no, correct it. And then, oh, I said the right thing. Good, she likes me again. Huh? The whole roller coaster is so suicidal. You're already killing yourself. It's like Jean-Paul Sartre said,
L'enfer, c'est les autres.
L'enfer, c'est les autres. And, but it would be more accurate to say l'enfer, c'est moi. Hell is me. So not hell is the other, but hell, this is hell now. You don't have to worry about the afterlife, getting to heaven. We can create hell on earth right by our own. So I just touched on one little thing there, that time heals. So then you get away from her, and you're like, oh, I can't believe I fucked it up with that girl. I can't believe it. And then it's like you go for dinner, or you get drunk, or whatever, and you find a healing. Maybe the alcohol is your time heals. Maybe having a sleep is your time heals. But what about getting a handle on the very essence of time? Okay? So let's just look at what that is. Without being philosophers, everything I'm saying is coming from my own experience. So the essence of time is open. It's like if you're so busy running around, you say, I can't enjoy anything. Or then you go on holiday and you're like, we have time to kill, or we can really enjoy our time, right? Time doesn't change. Our orientation to it changes. So now suddenly we experience the joy of time. What if you can experience the joy of time, or time as joy all the time? It would change your recovery time, your healing process, your capacity to recover from rejection. And, well, what's the gift of recovering from rejection? The gift of recovering from rejection is being able to be proactive. So recovering from rejection is the backwards way of thinking about it, right? It's the reactive way of thinking about it. When you're in an open state, when you have time, when you are time. Just imagine if you knew you'd live forever and you could actively feel that all the time. How would that change the implications of a rejection? Oh, I have another 12 zillion years to make up for that, We're rooted in time. We're imprisoned by time, which is really being imprisoned by self. Our idea of being separate from the whole. Okay? Time is the whole, let's say. In this context, time is the whole. And there is no time that isn't whole. There is no time that isn't now. Try to find a time that isn't now. Now. Can't find a time that isn't now. Oh, but later. But that isn't now. That's not time. That's an idea of time. Okay, so what I was saying was that the negative or the reactionary idea of I can recover, or the reactionary idea is I can recover. Time is not imprisoning me. But the active way, not the reactive, but the active way is, hello. The active way is, what can I do? How open is the world? What are my path? It's infinite. Possibilities are infinite. And okay, I can just say that, but let's mechanically understand it. If you feel that you've come from somewhere, and that story is creating, that past is creating your future, all right, then it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed that everything you do is going to be limited in that way by what your idea of yourself permits. My idea of myself permits this hotness of girl. My idea of myself permits this flavor of approach, this corner of the street, this amount of people. Ooh, that's a 2 set. That's a 4 set. Talking in pickup language. That's 2 girls. That's 4 girls. I can only walk up to 1 girl, maybe 2. This week, next week, 4 girls. Right? This is not the experience of wholeness. Yeah, we have our limits and we work with them. But being in a world, living in such a way where you can actively experience the common ground of time, the common ground, the universality or the consistency of the openness of the moment to put it in, again, I don't like saying this stuff because we fixate on them. The power of now. We fixate on this, and they're entry points, and if they're working for you, allow them to work for you. But I'm not saying something as simple as if we can just be in the moment, it will all be better. I want to talk about and practice experiencing the very mechanics of the moment, the very fruits of the stillness out of which your thoughts, your separate thoughts, and your thoughts about yourself arise. Because as soon as you experience yourself as stillness, as soon as you experience yourself as space, spontaneously the story of myself and my limitations just goes away. Again, you do not need to reorient, you do not need to have a story to destroy your old story. You don't need a new story to destroy your old and limiting story. And this is why awakening is so powerful. It's like the flame burns out. The flame of myself in the world that burns out. And when that flame burns out, the light of the world, the sun, is lighting everything up. Okay, this is poetic, it's abstract, and all the rest. But just try that on for a second. I am a flame in the world, hoping that I can kindle this girl, that I can light her up a little bit, give her some joy, a little bit of spark, And this flame, if the wind is right, or the air, the oxygen is right, then this flame will prosper, right? But then suddenly the flame burns out because the eyes open up. Then, oh wow, the flame doesn't have to spark her. We're already completely, there's a fountain. The moment keeps presenting itself. And that's giving creativity, life, inspiration. It is us. Not as an idea. This is the actual feeling that the whole light of the world is my mind, and it is your mind, and therefore I feel less separate. We're always looking for wholeness. We're always looking for oneness, because that's what we are. And this, again, advanced, we don't have to understand that's what we are. We just have to do the safety here. So that's what I'm going to get to, okay? We want to talk about this in terms of safety. We're not going to be talking about this in terms of deep, non-dual attainment overnight. It's not necessary. It's just not necessary. And so let's get to safety. But first, let's focus on this. We're always looking for wholeness. Everything you do, you sit in such a way that makes comfort, allows you to take in your environment and take in the world. What happens? I can now give to the world. I can now be a light unto others. And everyone, why is this effective in seduction? Because everyone wants to be a light in themselves, and everyone wants to be illuminated by others. That's all what we want. What does that mean? Well, once you have a little bit practice, then you start to actually feel that all consciousness is just presence itself. It's just light. It's just awareness. And we all are playing in this field. It's a non-dual field. So we're facilitating what's already there. Thank you so much for checking that out. If you want to learn how to be great with people of all kinds and great with connecting with women, check out our workshops. We got lots coming up at travelbumcoaching.com. Check it out.